About the what? I'm sorry?
Mural
Okay.
situation. They're upset because, their kids just finished helping paint murals for this crosswalks project near their schools. And the parents that FDOT gave them Planning Innovation of the Year, and now something that they raised money for and the kids helped paint are now getting stripped away that they just finished months ago. What do you say to these?
Do you want to talk about that specific issue? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. So basically, anything that was previously permitted or installed or awarded, anything you can bring up from the past essentially is irrelevant now because we have a new law and we have a new standard, and we're simply implementing that standard, and it's across the board. Pavement art is not allowed, and we're removing everything that's not compliant with state, federal standards, and that's the approach that we're taking. We did an inventory of more than 400 locations across the state, and it's all kinds of art. And so, this is one of those locations that's part of that. And, as we continue to implement this, we're going to be working with our local government partners.
Yeah, but I do think it's important to point out that, there was a law that was enacted. So I get like what may have happened, years ago. No one was doing anything wrong per se. But I think there was a feeling amongst the elected officials, certainly in other parts of the country, it had gotten way out of control to where really the safety and the use of the roads was almost secondary to people being able to appropriate that for different types of messaging. But the legislature passed it. I think it passed unanimously. I think in the Senate it did. I don't know about the House. I signed it into law, and then Jared and his agency issued the guidance. And so what I would tell kids is, we have a representative system of government. People elect their representatives. They're able to enact legislation with the governor's signature, and then when that happens, then obviously people will conform the conduct accordingly. And so I don't think those kids were doing anything wrong. I think it's just a change in policy, and we don't want to be in a situation where we're playing whack-a-mole. Say, oh well, no, that mural's fine, but that's not. We think the pedestrians may get confused there. We think a driver, oh no, that's fine. This. Because, then you get into like, oh, there's a content thing and all that. No, we're just not doing it. We're out of that business in Florida. And so all they're doing is just enforcing the law that had been passed. And I understand there may be people that disagree with it. There's laws that are on the books that I enforce that I may not fully agree with, but I took an oath to do it. And so that's the way the cookie crumbles. And so, but there was a change in law. There was a change in guidance that has been issued. And now with the Trump administration, they are very aggressive on saying that the roads should not have the markings on them, and that's not the appropriate thing to do. So I think you kind of have agreement now, state, federal. I think we're all swimming in the same direction. Most local governments, I think, are fine. They're like, look, if the law changes, the law changes. You're always going to have the Key Wests of the world that are going to virtue signal. That's just what they do. I get it. I know, not my first rodeo. But the reality is, they don't have a legal leg to stand on here. Jared put out the information. They had an opportunity to correct. I think, has that elapsed yet, or do they still have more time?
We still have more time. It's 14 days from notification.
Okay, so sometime next week, I think it'll be. Was that when it is? I think so, yeah. So stay tuned on that.